So guys, maybe I should wait to see if some people are going to come in here, if I'm just going to be talking to myself. So I'll give it a second, but not too long. But this will give me time to gather my thoughts because I've been sitting here thinking. So, it's after the show. Just did the EDP 365 Facebook Live show. So that was pretty great. But as I was driving home and as I'm sitting here in my living room looking at TV, I just started thinking about some things. I just started thinking about life and thinking about where I am and thinking about other people and how their lives tie into my life and how what they do may affect something in my life. Hey, Michael Gales. I'm having a moment right now, Michael. I'm just expressing some things that I've been thinking about. Hey, Terry. So, guys, this is the after show. This is after EDP 365 Facebook Live. I was just saying that. And just been thinking as I've been riding home. Again, thinking about where I am in life. Thinking about how I interact with other people. How other people interact with me. And things like that. And, hey, Eleanor. I'm doing an after EDP 365 moment. I'm just having some thoughts, and I knew I should have waited till some more people came into the live, but that's okay. We'll just continue on. So like I said, I just think about how I don't know, Eleanor, I just got a lot on my mind right now. I don't know. I just got a lot on my mind right now. I'm thinking about the people who I engage with, the people who are in my life, and as I've gotten older, at 47, a lot of things about me have changed. How I do things, how I interact with people, those things have changed. And of course, as I've gotten older, I see a lot of people who aren't around anymore, whether it's a family member, maybe it's a movie star, whatever. But, I'm getting older and life is just changing. You're a wonderful person and you're blessed. Thank you. And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes, Michael, sometimes, not for long, but sometimes I forget that. Sometimes we forget just how special we are. Sometimes we forget the good things about us. Maybe because somebody said something negative. Maybe because we feel like we felt short in some area. And so today I'm just having a moment. It's not just today. It's been over the last couple of days. And y'all, sometimes we complain about things, or we say there's certain things that we don't like about ourselves, or some things that we wish we could change, and we don't. We don't do anything to change certain situations. And a lot of things in life that we go through, we bring on ourselves, or we don't do things to make certain situations better. And so what are you doing? Oh, thank you. What are you doing to change things? And I've been thinking about that. What am I doing to change certain things in my life? What am I doing to, I don't know, remove certain people from my life, or deal with certain people in a different manner? And it's like sometimes you lose yourself. Trying to please other people, or trying to live up to other people's expectations. I don't think I try to live up to other people's expectations. Oh, you love my personality. Thank you. Sometimes you like I said, I don't necessarily feel like I try to live up to other people's expectations, but I think sometimes I look at certain things and I look at myself in a certain way, and I'm like, well, man, I wish this wasn't that way, or that wasn't this way. But then I have to stop and say to myself, well, Les, what are you doing so that that's not still an issue for you? Or what are you doing so that you can change? But then sometimes on the flip side of that, and I know it sounds crazy, y'all, but on the flip side of that, sometimes I say, you know what? You got to be happy with you. You got to be happy with who you are. We get into a routine and people habits become normal. Right, exactly. And so it's like, you know, it's certain things I want to change about myself. But I just thought about something. First of all, I have to appreciate who I am as a woman. First of all, I have to be, and I know this sounds crazy, y'all. I have to learn to appreciate me. And once I can learn to appreciate me and not look at things in a negative manner, for instance, I've been wanting to lose weight for a while, but that can't happen if I'm eating a damn ice cream bar. That's not going to happen if I'm eating an ice cream bar. But anywho, so sometimes it's like certain things like, man, I want to lose some of this weight. And so I say to myself, okay, I'm almost 50. So of course, yeah, and I do. I love myself, Sharika, but sometimes it's like certain things I want to change. And so, you know, as I think about losing the weight, I'm like, damn, Les, you're almost 50. You're not going to be the same size you were 20 years ago. You've got 2 kids, 2 adult children. Your metabolism changed and things like that. And so then I start saying to myself, well, damn, do I want to lose the weight because I'm concerned about what somebody's going to say about me? Or do I want to lose the weight because I need to be healthy? Or I want my body to look a certain way? And that's something that I don't want to. And y'all, I'm just going on and on because these are thoughts that I have. And sometimes it's nice or it's great when you can just vent and people can kind of like share things with you. Yeah, and I do. Yes, I do love myself, but I know some things about me that I want to change. Just got my Planet Fitness membership back 2 days ago. Girl, I tried going to the gym. That don't work for me. Every time I've joined the gym, I end up wasting money. But you're right, Sharika, you have to love yourself. And so I say, you know, I had to ask myself today, because I looked at myself at the video. I was like, damn, girl, you really putting on the pounds, or you haven't really lost the pounds. And I said to myself, well, damn, I do want to lose weight. But hey, my niece is watching. Hey, Mel. So do I want to lose the weight for me, or do I want to lose the weight because of what somebody's comment might be while they're looking at the video? And granted, don't get me wrong, I haven't had anybody to, you know, comment on a video and say, if you don't get your fat ass off the face, you know, I don't get that. You know, I get compliments, and I'm grateful for that, but I know there's things about me that I want to change. And I know, too, there are people in my life that I need to change the relationship with. Some people I have to change relationships with, and how I deal with them and how I interact with them. I want to say this to y'all. If there's anybody in your life, and I'm not saying you have to cut them off completely, like, you know, never speak to them. I'm not saying that. But if there's some people in your life and they're not benefiting you, and there's no way that they're helping you to grow as a person, you're finding that you're not helping them to grow as a person, and you're starting to be a hindrance to each other. As we get older, wisdom comes. Being healthy is great. Yeah, I'm trying to cut certain things out of my diet. I've been trying to exercise more, so I can say that I am taking the steps to get to where I want to be. You have to sit in a quiet place and remember how you got to this point, because you told me you told me once before that I had to love myself first and things. Damn, did I tell you that, Michael? And I know that was several years ago, because we haven't talked in person in a while. Now focus and living life. Your personality and your weight is a natural beauty of what. Thank you. You have to be your own motivation. I'm going through the same thing, and I'm like, I'll start tomorrow. Me too, LOL. Kick the ass to the concert. Curbside. So like I said, you know, I'm finding that with certain people, I just need to deal with them in a different manner, like give them less of my time and give them less of my attention, because I find that, and it's more men than anything, and a few women, but I find that I have to give them less of my time and less of my attention. And so like I said, I have to give them less of my time and less of my attention, because I think to myself, well, how are you helping me to grow? How are you helping me to be a better woman? What are you doing, or what are you contributing to my life that is going to help me to excel? And understand this, y'all. I'm not saying that everybody that comes into your life, they got to be giving you stuff. They got to be doing stuff. But what is the benefit? How are they helping you? How are they helping you to grow? And it doesn't necessarily mean financially. It doesn't necessarily mean sexually. But I find now, like, if somebody calls me, I don't feel like just having pointless conversations. Just send me a text message and say, hey, and keep it moving. And this is what I'm finding too, in terms of like relationships. How are we helping each other grow? I'm almost 50. How are we helping each other grow? Hey, Otis, how are you and Mrs. Grant? But how are we helping each other grow as adults, as a couple? Like, are we just hanging out with each other just to be hanging out? Yes, people will drain your energy. And Mel, I've learned I can't let people drain my energy anymore. It's too much stuff that I want to do. Too many things that I have going on. And sometimes, y'all, like, if something is really bothering me, I can't sleep at night. And Eleanor, that night, and I don't know if I said this to you or not, but that night, Eleanor, you and I were both up at like 3:30 in the morning. Something was on my mind. Something was bothering me. I let somebody else steal my joy. I let the disruption between me and somebody else really bother me. And you know, at points I would sleep, but then I like got up and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't go back to sleep. And so sometimes that's a battle for me. But then when I find that I'm not dealing with this person, sleep is just fine. Sleep is great. But back to what I was saying back to what I was saying about making sure that you're doing things because that's what you want to do. Stop trying to please people. We too old to be trying to please everybody else. You're not going to be able to please everybody. You got to do what's going to make you happy. What's going to make you smile? What's going to cause you less stress in your life? I'm still up at all hours. Eleanor, you know, at any time you can call me, you can text me, and talk to me anytime. It's gold that has come into play, and make a progressive assuring that will open different avenues. Yeah, I get that. I understand. So yeah, y'all, for the last couple of days, probably over the last couple of weeks, not every single day, but just a few times, I'm like, damn, you know, I get into this place and I'm feeling like, you know, some kind of way. And tonight I just said to myself, you know what, Les? Whatever you're dealing with, whatever feelings you're dealing with, deal with them tonight. Deal with them tonight. Whatever you're angry about, whatever's rubbing you the wrong way, deal with it tonight. Figure out what you got to do. I'm at work, got to go, but I'll support whatever and whenever if I can get that message. Oh, thank you, Otis. Are you still detailing cars, Otis? So like I said, you know, tonight is my night. And this is why I'm just venting, y'all, and I'm just going on and on. I know at some point, y'all, it sounds like I'm rambling, so just bear with me. But, and then as between, you know, in between, I'm reading these comments. Thank you. I appreciate that, Les. And remember, it works both ways. Always here to help or just listen. And sometimes that's what I need, and I think that's what I need right now. Just to vent and get stuff off my chest. So like I said, I keep repeating the same things, y'all, because I'm stopping and I'm reading comments and all that other kind of stuff. But like I said, tonight is my night for whatever I'm feeling, feel it tonight. Be mad, be angry, you know, dissect relationships, reevaluate how I'm doing things, figure out what I'm doing as far as my brand, figure out how to go harder with it. Again, eliminate people, eliminate situations. Do all that tonight so that tomorrow I get up refreshed and I'm back on my square. No, my back is messed up. Oh, know, I will be keeping you in prayer, Otis. And so to get back on my square, because I think sometimes, maybe not everybody, because I don't know everybody's situation who's watching, but I think sometimes we get thrown off a little bit by life. Like I said, whatever it may be, an issue at work, an issue with your kids, an issue with your relationship, an issue with money, whatever the case may be, I think we all get thrown off of our squares sometimes. And then if you're a strong person, sometimes you feel like you can't have that moment. And I hate to say weakness, because being sad or being crying or crying isn't weakness. It's part of being human. But I think we all have that moment where you just want to break down, where you're not feeling strong, like you're not feeling like you want to carry the world on your back and you want to solve everybody's problems, or you want to be the voice of reason for everybody. Sometimes we have that moment where it's like, well, damn, I need to sit and figure out and analyze my own damn life. I need to sit and figure out what things I need to fix about me. My relationship went south. Lost one of my best friends within a month. Yeah, I'm sure that was hard, Eleanor. I'm sure that was very hard. But like I was saying, I forgot what the hell I was saying. But like I said, we just gotta focus on us, deal with whatever that downtime is, and just figure out how you recoup, how you rebuild. Some people is praying. I know I have to pray. Praying is something. Talking to other people. Sometimes I just need to vent. I can recall a time I was talking to my mother, and I don't know what was going on with me, but I didn't want any advice. I just needed to vent and get some things off my chest, and that's where I am right now, being on Facebook Live. I just needed to vent. I just needed to get some stuff off my chest. I don't know. I guess maybe I just felt like I wasn't going crazy, sitting here right now like, oh my gosh, I got all these different thoughts, and how do I deal with it? And what am I going to do to move on? And what do I need to change? And what do I need to fix? So I'm thinking about all that. I'm thinking about those things. But I know that shit needs to be done. I know that stuff needs to be done. So y'all don't get into a place where you need to make changes and you don't make the change. You gotta figure out how to take those steps and how to make those changes. Well, like I said, I talked about weight tonight. I always feel better after I vent. Yeah, and I do too, but I know I can't vent to everybody. But like I said, I know with the weight thing, I know what I'm doing with that. I've been exercising more. I'm trying to be more conscious about what I'm eating. About a month ago, y'all, I did no red meat for a whole month. Once I was done, I really didn't have the desire for, I'm eating it now, but I didn't have the same desire that I did prior to. It is very, very rare that I eat pork. I love bacon. I can't really remember the last time I've had bacon. I stopped eating pork chops about 8 billion years ago. And so I know it's some different things that I'm going to have to do and cut out, because I can't do the same things. I can't eat the same things. I can't and not exercise the same way I did when I was 20, when I was 25, when I was 30. As I've gotten into my late 40s, because like I said, I'm almost 50. But as I've gotten into my late 40s, I just see so many things changing about myself. Not just health-wise, but how I look at things. How I pray more, how I rely on God more, how I don't allow myself to be stressed out anymore. My need to want to be attached to certain people or attached to certain relationships. And I'm not sitting here saying that I'm perfect, y'all. I make mistakes. I make bad decisions. Just like everybody else, I do. But again, at almost 50, I think I make better choices. I think I make better decisions, and I still learn. I still grow. I'm happy with Sharika, and I don't know if Sharika's still listening, but at 50, I'm a lot happier with myself than I was at 20, at 18, at 19, at 25. For so long, y'all, and I don't normally tell people this, and if you read my book Choices, in the beginning I'm talking about myself. But oh yeah, and I probably delete this video after this so I can share whatever I want to share. But for a long time I was very insecure. And this was even before I gained the weight. But not feeling like I wasn't pretty enough, or not feeling like I didn't have enough of this or have enough of that. And I'm not talking about boobs and butts. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, well, it's not enough money over here, or maybe I don't have the right job. And, you know, sometimes you got to stop and look and really think about your blessings and think about what you have. I make well over minimum wage. I've got a job with benefits. So many people don't have that. I have a job with benefits. I have a nice car. I have a nice car. Both of my kids are basically out on their own. I mean, my youngest is in college, so she's home a lot of the time. But, so I've done okay as a parent. Sometimes I'm thinking, well, damn, you know, I could have done this as a parent. I could have done that as a parent. Like two of my cousins, two of my cousins, one of my aunts, I think they've done amazing jobs with their children. And I look at certain things that they do, and I say, well, damn, I could have did this with Dre. I could have did this with Bree. And y'all, you know what? I had to stop doing that. I had to stop comparing my parenting to their parenting. Okay, I did all right with my kids. For most of my children's lives, I've been a single parent. My kids have not had to go without. I've never had my kids in a place where it was uncomfortable for them to live. My kids have gone to decent schools. Both of my children now, like I said, my son is out on his own. He's been on his own since he was about 21, I want to say. He's now 26. My daughter is a sophomore in college. And so I had to stop beating myself up about certain things that I didn't do for them when they were little, or because I didn't do what my aunt did for her kids, or what my cousins did for their kids. One of my cousins, her daughter's like 8, 7, something. I can't remember how old she is. But I just look at how well she does with her, and I was like, oh, wow, I didn't do that with Dre. I didn't do that with Bree. And then I got over that. I got over that and stopped saying, oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. I had to pat myself for what I did do as a parent. Always know your worth, and you are a beautiful woman, blessed to have you as a friend. Thank you, Eleanor, and you as well, sweetie. But this is why I'm just venting, y'all, because you gotta learn to appreciate you. And you know, over the years, I have grown so much as a woman. I have grown so much as a person. I've grown so much as being an entrepreneur. Y'all wouldn't believe that years ago, you could not pay me to stand in front and talk. Stand in front of anybody and talk and give a presentation or do anything. Probably about 5 years ago, you couldn't have paid me to do a video. This guy I know, his name is Vincent White. And I was talking to him because he does a lot of social media things. And he said to me, Les, you got to just stop posting stuff. You know, people are getting away from just reading things. People are visual and they want to see. And so he was like, you got to start doing videos. And I was like, yeah, right, I ain't going to do any videos. And so, but I see how much it's made a difference. And I see that I'm losing folks watching. So that means that I'm rambling. I probably need to get off of here. But like I said, I really just needed to vent. This is helping me to analyze and look at things a different way, and helping me not to get to a point where, hey, Nicole, I'm just venting, Nicole. I'm not really, I haven't like chosen like a big topic or anything. I'm just venting and talking about where I am right now and changes that I need to make, and just expressing how, you know, we have to be happy with who we are as individuals and stop letting what other people think and what other people say determine what our worth is. What's the topic? There is really no topic, Nicole. I'm just talking. Really, I'm just venting. Probably for the last couple of days, I don't know. I just had a lot of stuff on my mind over the last couple of days, and right now I'm just, you know, just venting. And people are sharing feedback in regards to what I'm saying. So, like I was telling you, Nicole, like I said, just really analyzing and looking at where I am and where I want to be, and realizing that I have to let certain things go. I have to let certain people go in order to get to where I need to be, in order to move on to the next phase, to the next level in my life. And not necessarily, you know, that these people have done bad things, but, you know, sometimes you just outgrow people. And instead of letting that go or changing the structure of the relationship, you hold on to it. You hold on to it because that's what's comfortable. You hold on to it because that's what you know. You hold on to it because if you feel like you let it go, you're going to miss something. You're going to miss something. You're going to miss that person. And then sometimes, y'all, we feel like we're not going to get better. We're not going to get better. And something I thought about the other day is that even if somebody walks out of your life today, tomorrow, or you decide that you want somebody out of your life and you finally make the decision to move on, guess what? If you're happy with you and I hate using the word content, because sometimes to me that just sounds like settle. But if you are happy with you and the strides that you are taking, that person doesn't matter. God's going to give you the people or the person that you need to help you grow. And at this point right now, I want to be happy with me. And not that I'm not, I'm just saying I want to be happy with me. And I'm trying to get y'all to understand where I'm going with this. Hey, K. Michelle. Yeah, you're right. It is. It's not a fairy tale. It's reality. Oh, you needed this, Mel. I'm glad. And so God put me here for a reason. Like I said, I've been sitting here. I just been thinking. I was like, I gotta vent. Let me just do it after EDP 365. Let me do an after show video. So like I said, when you get to that point where you can learn to let go, you find that you can be so much happier. Now, again, I'll probably delete this because I'm probably getting ready to share some stuff. But, you know, I'm at a point in my life, and this is probably going to sound like crazy to some people, probably more women than men. But at 50, y'all, I don't really have a desire to be married. I'm not really pressed to have a boyfriend. Don't get me wrong. I love being in love. I love relationships. I do. I really do. But it's like, do I want the headache? Do I want the aggravation? Hey, Mr. D. Shelton. Think about the seasons, things that are off in the change of the season. And like I said, at some point, if the right man comes along, yeah, I want to be married. At some point, my focus is building my brand. But this is something I realized at 50. Probably about 20 years ago, I probably was like, oh, I want a boyfriend. Oh, I want to get married. Well, I was married before. But it's like, if I have to put up with foolishness, if I have to put up with nonsense, guess what? I don't even want the relationship. Be my friend. And that's what I find is better for me now, just to have men who are friends. And I'm not talking about friends with benefits. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody, yo, you wanna hang out? We could talk, we could call each other. But you know, it's like, why settle? Why keep getting into things just to say, I got a man. It's somebody in my life. I don't know, y'all. I just been thinking about a whole lot. And I find that when I get wrapped up into Les, when I get wrapped up into building my brand and focusing on everything that I'm doing, I'm just so much happier. And God has connected me to so many different people. Like, I don't know if El Bravador is still watching, but and y'all have heard me say this before, that this guy is a legend. He is a legend. To me, I'm not going to say just to me, because he is. He's a legend. He is. He's been doing his thing for a number of years. And it's like, I look at the people that God connects me to. And for me to be able to have conversations with El Bravador, for him to commend me on things that I'm doing, that means a lot to me. That means a whole lot to me. And it helps to motivate me. It helps to push me. It helps me to want to do more. I've had Colleen. Y'all know Colleen, who owns Jackie's over there on the burner. I've had her on my show. Again, she's another legend in Richmond. And so to have her on my show, to have that conversation with her, again, it's showing me how much I've grown. It's showing me the connections. Nicole Fields does a whole lot in Richmond. Being an advocate, working with kids, doing stuff in the community. To have that connection with her. And mind you, I'm not best friends or anything with the people that I'm talking about, but to have that connection with them, to have that interaction with them, to have those conversations that I've had with them, they motivate me. They make me want to do more. They make me want to push beyond where I am. When I'm pushing potion number 2. Now, you don't know for those of you who are watching, you don't know what potion number 2 is. Potion number 2 is for your bathroom. You spray it on the water before you go. It eliminates the poop smell. And that business was launched back in July of last year. And so to see that business growing, it's not even a year yet, and I have 4 different scents. And so what I have, orange slices, the newest, Island Breeze, Citrus Blend, and Alpha Mist. To see that business grow, to see people get engaged with the EDP 365 Facebook Live, my Facebook pages, and so that means a lot. And so, you know, again, when I'm so wrapped up into my brand and doing things, it's like, those things help to keep me from being distracted. Those things are the things that I'm passionate about. Like, for the last couple of years, and I actually started as an author. So for the last couple of years, I've been wanting to do a new book. And so now, y'all, I'm working on 2 new books. Not just 1, but 2. I'm working on 2 new books. And so I'm excited about that, because even with one of the books, I'm working with 2 other authors. So I'm excited about that. And I just see my growth, and I'm so happy with that. And so I have to remember those things when I get to the point, which I've been feeling off and on, probably for the last week or 2, when I get to those points when it's almost like I want to be in a slump. Or I want to feel like, I got to remember those things. I got to remember the people who come in my lives or send me messages or text messages and commend me on things that I do. And I have to remember those things. But like I said, venting for me helps. Just getting some things off my chest. You know, because sometimes when you're able to express things, and when you're able to bounce those things off of other people, it makes a difference. It makes a really, really big difference. And I think this has helped me out a lot, because I said tonight would be my night to, you know, feel however I'm going to feel tonight. Think about some things that I got going on. And then tomorrow, if God wakes me up tomorrow morning, then it's another day for me to get it right. It's another day for me to fix today. I don't want to say fix today, but it's another day for me to get back on a horse and ride again. It's another day to do something new. It's another day to expand my brand. See, I'm trying to that place, finding something I enjoy and get me busy to keep my spirits up. Yeah, Mel, I told you before, you can call, and this is my niece. Mel is my niece, y'all. Mel, I told you, call me anytime. If there's anything that I can do to help you, I will. But yeah, find that thing that you're passionate about. And guys, don't always think you need something big to start. Whatever it is that you want to do, God gives you enough to start. He gives you enough to start. If he's giving you that idea, that's where you start at. You know, a lot of people always say, well, where do I start? Or how do I start my business? That thought, that's the first thing. That is the first thing, the thought of even doing that. And so you start with that. You start with that thought. And when you start putting one foot in front of the other, and you start taking action, God is going to link you to the people that you need to be linked to in order for things to happen. God is going to open the doors for you. Hey, Ernest Tyson. But God is going to open the doors for you. He's going to put you in the places that you need to be. See, that's the problem with people. They're always thinking that there's got to be some big production, some big blowout in order to start that business. In order to start that page, in order to start whatever it is that you want to do. But what it is, you got to put one foot forward, one foot after the other. You got to start walking. You got to start getting, I say this all the time, I've said this in so many of my lives, is that you got to give God something to bless. If you want God to bless something, guess what? You got to give him something blessed. You can't sit around, and I'm just going to use a book, for example, because this has been my issue. You can't say that you want to start a book and you want God to bless it, you know, bless the book and bless the book signings and open all these doors when you ain't doing nothing for him to bless you. You saying that you want to write a book, you ain't even wrote a paragraph. And so start small. It's okay to start small, because once you start getting yourself in a habit of doing things, it's going to come naturally. It's going to come. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm working on this book, and I ain't going to lie, y'all, I kind of procrastinated with it. I ain't going to lie. But if I'm expecting big things to happen, then I've got to make the sacrifice. Okay, I may not write 5 paragraphs in one night. Have I written the outline? Have I developed the characters? Can I write for 30 minutes? Can I write for 20 minutes? But you gotta do something. Stop sitting around saying you want to do stuff and every weekend you in a club. Every weekend you out spending money. You sleeping. You looking at TV. Start small. God's going to give you enough to start. 10 minutes, sit down and start thinking about your business plan. I talked about this on the show. For anybody who wants to start a business, if you go to EDP, and I can't even put that in here. Yes, I can. If you go to EDP365.com, and I'm trying to put that in there for y'all. If you go in there, I have I've got in there this month under entrepreneur growth. It's something in there. There's a business plan in there. If you are thinking about starting a business, there's a business plan there. And this is something that Bree told me several years ago. Let me say this first before I tell y'all what Bree said. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses as to why you can't do something or why you're not making something happen. Because guess what, y'all? And this is what Bree told me. Bree is my 19-year-old daughter. She's 19. Excuse me. Excuses only satisfy the people who make them. So if what you want to do isn't happening, and it's because of you that it's not happening, and you're not taking those steps, reevaluate. Reevaluate. If you want to call me, because I have a coach and she's freaking amazing. She gives me such good information. But you know, for anybody who's watching, if I can do anything that helps people to build their brands, because I'm all about helping people and networking. If you look at any of my videos, my pages, you know, I'm always talking about networking and collaborating. And sometimes you got to reach out to other people. Reach out to other people if it's something that you want to do. Like a friend of mine, she called me yesterday. I forgot which day she called me, but she called me. She's like, hey, I'm trying to start this business and I'm doing this, and how do I go about doing the page, and how do I do this, and how do I do that? Excuse me. Reach out to other people. Reach out to people who have already taken the steps that you want to take. That's a start for you. That is a start for you. You have to ask questions. And in addition to that, y'all, do your research. Because even when I was talking to my friend the other day and I'm just, giving her some advice, well, do this or do that, I also told her, but you know what? Go online and put in blah, 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 and then read up on it. And it is great to get information from other people. I do it all the time. But what I also do is do my own research. Do your own research. Sit down and do some reading. Do some investigating. Again, don't be afraid to reach out to other people. Don't be afraid to reach out to people that you don't know. That's another problem that a lot of people have. They want to stay in a little circle, in their own little circle. Sometimes your circle doesn't always have what you need. Sometimes you've got to go out of your circle to be able to get the things that you need. Ask God to take you out of that comfort zone. That was my problem for a long time, y'all. I was in that comfort zone. I would only deal with people that I knew. I wouldn't go to certain events unless I knew people going. And so now, and I'm still not at that level where I want to be in terms of doing things just by myself. But that's the thing that I had to start doing. Okay, there's an event coming up. I got to go by myself. I may meet 10 people that can help me out. I may meet one person. I may meet one person who can help me out and give me the information that I need. But I just got a little message on my phone. And so that means that I guess my venting is over for the night. So for those of you who have stayed with me tonight and just let me vent, because before I came home, I was gonna make a few stops. I was like, you know what, I'm going to my own house. I ain't going to nobody's house but my own. But thank y'all for keeping me company. Thank y'all for letting me vent. I know at points it sounded like I was just going on and rambling, but I just had to get all of these things off my chest. I just had to like I said, get out the slump I was getting ready to get myself into. I don't do that. I can't do that. I got too much going on to be in a slump. So this was great. This was great. I thank y'all so much for letting me vent. Eleanor, I love you so much. Chris is always saying something about you coming to Richmond. And he and I guess you saw the pictures of us with El Bravador. He had us on his show. And so I hope you're coming to Richmond. But I thank God for people like you, Eleanor, who, me and you say the craziest things to each other. And I hope you know that anytime you need something, you can call me. And I'm feeling the same way. But like I said, I thank God for y'all listening and letting me vent, and y'all giving feedback and sharing information and reminding me of things that I've said to you all in the past that have helped you. So I greatly appreciate it, because I needed this. I really needed to vent and regroup so that tomorrow, again, like I said, if God wakes me up tomorrow morning, that I can start all over and get back to being Les and focus and push and do all that I need to do. Now I'm just deciding whether or not I'm going to leave this video up, because I know it's probably been about an hour. I need to get myself ready to go to bed. So thank y'all again. Have a good night. My battery is low. It said I got 20% left, so I need to go upstairs and plug my phone up. Probably need to go to bed because I'm getting tired. But I feel so much better. I've been able to vent. Thank you guys. Have a good night.